We all have an image, an appearance to keep up with. But what image are you really mirroring and reflecting as a parent? A very good morning and welcome back to the terrific Tuesdays edition with Eurasia Vatharajlu. Today's topic is the mirror image. Before I became a mother, I didn't know how much laughing with my child would heal my heart. This little human has no idea how much joy she brings in my life. She has taught me how to be a parent, the depth of love, patience, and sacrifice. With every milestone, I also grow alongside her, learning, stumbling, and becoming. Her tiny hands held mine and made my heart feel so much bigger. I am a mother because of her, and she is my precious gift from God. I left my job to take care of her, and over the years, I have seen how she has become a little echo of my voice. She notices everything. She reflects my actions like a mirror. I was once a child, and I know that for a fact. A child carries their parents' words, tone, reaction, and emotions far beyond the moment itself. And this is portrayed through their feelings and behavior. The way we speak to them, the way we react and respond becomes their inner voice. Now that I'm a mom, I fully see, I truly believe that unconditional love, lifelong friendship, and unbreakable bonds shared between a mother and daughter is built on how the relationship evolves from childhood. The connection, the understanding that develops begins right here. And I want to be a good mirror for my child. I want to be the mirror that my child needs. There are moments when I had to stop and ask myself, what am I doing? What am I saying? And why? I had to check myself. Was I reacting out of fear or connection? Am I teaching my child emotional safety or emotional suppression? Are my parenting methods focused on immediate behavior or long-term correction? As a child, I was influenced by my mother. She drove a hard bargain. I never quite understood the high standards and the pressure of raising me well, which led to heartache, frustration, and despair with my mother during my youth. As a mother now, I realize what a tremendous influence I have over my daughter and her self-image, a mirror that reflects how she sees herself. And I learned that raising a child meant re-raising my inner child. I recall my childhood. I still remember every word hurled at me and that feeling that I got from it. It was like tiny scabs that turned into deep scars. As a mom, I don't want obedience driven out of fear. I want to break those cycles and raise my child with emotional awareness, connection, so that she is able to think, reflect, learn, and grow with understanding. Looking back at how I was raised in that era and how much parenting has evolved since then, as parents, we sometimes forget that we are raising expressive little beings with big feelings and a unique character, and not just robots that are programmed to do as we say. When my mirror reflection was clouded by criticism as a daughter, I felt inadequate and unworthy. I know my mother used to say, "It's not criticism. She's teaching me and preparing me for the world. She did a fine job raising me." And I'm sure that she thought that I would build more resilience, but there were blurred lines between us. And as I grew older, I started to understand my mother more. Now that I'm a mother, I understand her even more. She's no longer around, and I cannot do things differently. I realized that she never meant to make me feel unworthy. She was merely projecting. She was afraid. She was frustrated too. Her intentions were good, but the way she went about it led to emotional scars that I carried as a young adult. And my question to parents out there, what are you mirroring? I've themed my mirrors: the good reflection, the distorted view, the comparison mirror, the community mirror, the critique in the mirror, and the healing mirror. I'm trying to be a good reflection to my child. Looking back made me realize that yelling, dishing out the instructions, and enforcing the rules that I'm your mother and you listen to me syndrome only shattered understanding and connection. Raising my child, I learned that when we break promises, show a lack of respect for others' privacy, and disrespect, these become building blocks for the child we raise. Sometimes I overlook certain things, example, spills. Instead of saying, "What's wrong with you? Why did you do that?" I say, "It's okay, we can wipe it up." Sometimes I even pretend I didn't notice. And what would have been an instant escalation turns into a productive awareness. Instead of saying, "I don't like you," I say, "I don't like the behavior, that thing that you did," and that makes it all more clear. Number 2, sometimes frustration and fatigue can cause us to reflect like a distorted mirror. Why are you constantly crying? Be quiet. It's frustrating. And instant silence, right? But what message are we really sending? That their feelings don't matter and shouldn't be expressed? This distorted view reflects on a child. And I used to think, I'm bad. My feelings don't matter. It's my job to take care of others, and I should feel guilty for having feelings, which leads to a child masking and eventually exploding. A lot of us moms have experienced this several times a day during feeding, dressing, playing, naps, and I learned that before shutting it off, we should find out what is upsetting our child, attend to it, address it, and fix it. Number 3, my childhood has taught me that comparing a child makes them feel unworthy. It teaches the child that they are being compared to, that they are superior and above, and this shapes their narrative. I recall being constantly compared to my cousin based on achievements. There was an immense pressure to excel academically, athletically, and socially, and it made me feel that love was conditional and based on success. I recall when my personality, my character, and the things that made me different were picked on and compared. Being told that I'm too sensitive or not outgoing enough, I needed to sing in the choir, etc. These tiny little things made me doubt my unique self. This impacted me. It weakened my self-esteem, and no matter what I did, I felt that I would never be good enough. I would never be worthy unless I did what everyone else was doing. And this led to perfectionism and the constant need for validation. And I also didn't trust very well. The constant standards created tension, stress, and burnout. Number 4, the community we live in also forms an important part of our mirror image. Our friends, neighbors, aunts, uncles, and grandparents, the secondary mirrors. These amazing people. It is so amazing how they help shape a young parent, give hope, but they can also build us and break us. I was a fat kid, and I was affectionately known as Madhu, fat in Tamil, which evolved to Muds over the years. And this term not only described me, but it also started to define me as I grew older. It dented my self-esteem and my body image. It was like a flying laddu against a wall. We have got to be careful about the remarks that we make about our child's body image and appearance. Body shaming has such a huge impact on a child. I love this book that I read to my daughter. It's called The Little Zebra by Catherine House, a book about being different and how God loves us just the way we are. These patterns of criticism made me question my worth. My inner critic roared. It literally mirrored my mother's voice, and it became a dominant narrative in my life. And I became a perfectionist. There were times I opened my mouth and my mother came out and I gasped. There were times my daughter opened her mouth and I rolled out. This reflection made me cringe beyond words. And I realized that there were so many things that I needed to heal from so that I could be a kinder, more compassionate mom and rewrite the patterns of my childhood mirror image. For me, healing and mirroring correctly began with acknowledging the impact of my words and actions. And I teach my child that I'm not criticizing her. I'm just guiding and teaching her what is correct. I'm just here to correct her and not to hurt her. I had to change my approach. I had to condition my words and my actions. I had to become more sensitive to her feelings too. I had to set boundaries, and this protected our emotional well-being, both hers and mine. And I learned how to establish emotional independence. Certain conversations are not meant to be had, and taking time out, creating space when we both felt overwhelmed was necessary. I had to silence my inner critic and embrace imperfection, both my daughters and mine, by practicing self-compassion, identifying negative thoughts, and actively reframing them with kinder, more supportive messages. This has helped me build a more positive narrative. I had to hold on and live in God's image and try my best to mirror and do things the way that God does for us, the way that I live with grace, the way that I forgive, the compassions, the kindness, the morals, and the values that I have. It's difficult, and I'm not perfect. We live in a world that is often negative and judgmental towards us. But I'm here to tell you that God is a faithful mirror who constantly affirms who we are in Him. When we see ourselves as God sees us, all of those labels, the comparison and the judgment, those things begin to fall off. Remember, God created every single one of us with great worth and love. We are meant to have a beautiful relationship with Him and others, and it is our responsibility as parents and individuals to mirror as He does, even when it's difficult. I had to learn to embrace self-acceptance and let go, and that was one of the most important things for me. As a parent, we need to understand and accept that each of our children have their unique strength and values. We need to build their weaknesses and develop their strengths. When we reflect as good mirrors to our children, they develop a healthy image which will equip them to deal with all the messages they receive along life's path. Let's aim to create a good mirror image for our kids. Eurasia Vatarajlu, always inspired to motivate and create, right here on Sculpted Clay. Join me this August as we celebrate Women's Month. I have some empowering additions created especially for you women. Follow Sculpted Clay on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast. Eurasia Vatarajlu, always inspired to motivate and create, right here on Sculpted Clay.